What do you get when you mix Going the Distance, Annihilation, and The Last of Us? You get The Gorge, Scott Derrickson's latest genre-blending surprise of 2025, a romantic sci-fi action film that somehow makes long-distance relationships, horrifying creatures, and existential dread work beautifully together.
Suave, ¿por qué no las dos?
Derrickson has a talent for making familiar things feel fresh. Sinister made home movies terrifying again. Doctor Strange turned Marvel into a trippy acid trip, and The Black Phone gave us Ethan Hawke in the scariest mask ever. Now with The Gorge, he mixes rom-com charm, sci-fi weirdness, and action horror chaos in something that almost didn't work, but somehow does. The film follows Drasa, played by Anya Taylor-Joy, and Levi, played by Miles Teller, two operatives assigned to monitor a mysterious cavern. Their one job: observe, report, and absolutely no contact. And naturally, they break that rule almost immediately, and honestly good, because if we didn't, we wouldn't really have a movie. It would just be two people passively aggressively sending out reports like a really lame email chain. Instead, we get a surprisingly adorable long-distance romance that feels like a sci-fi You've Got Mail if You've Got Mail had terrifying monsters and existential horror. And Teller and Joy absolutely sell it. Their chemistry really makes this film. Levi's a lovable smartass with just enough vulnerability to make you care, while Dross is a sharp, confident, and just as emotionally doomed as he is. Their chemistry is so good, it kind of makes you gonna kick your feet like a real true young rom-com fan. They're the kind of movie couple that you irrationally root for, even though it logically in your brain, in the back of your brain, you're like, maybe don't risk your life for someone you just met. And just when you go like, oh, this is kind of like a cool meet cute, Scott Derrickson comes right back in and reminds you, no, this is his movie and it ain't gonna stay cute for long. If you've seen the trailer, you know the turning point. Levi takes a very unfortunate fall to the Gorge. This is the turning point where the movie tone changes completely.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up. And
Drasa, in true ride or die fashion, jumps in right after. That's when the film shifts from cute, romantic, cutesy movie to, oh crap, what is that? The world inside the Gorge is nightmare-inducing. Large, bioluminescent caves, beautiful. Weird-looking humanoid creatures called the Hollow Man lurking in the shadows, not so beautiful. And the worst offenders, the massive tree-skidding roaches. Scott Derrickson, I did not sign up for this.
Wait, let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something. Wait.
If I fell into a mysterious cavern and saw a dog-sized roach, I choose death. At this point, the movie goes full on Annihilation weird. It's a film that feels like it's drenched in dread, doesn't know what's gonna come out in the shadows, what weird thing you're gonna see next. It's like an ultimate dimension where nature is after you. The film keeps the tension high with thrilling action sequences and eerie horror beats, but it does take some pit stops for some big exposition dumps. All info they give is necessary for the plot and for you to understand what's going on. It does slow down the film, kind of like being on a roller coaster and it's stopping mid-loop so they can explain how gravity works to you. And unfortunately, most of the beginning of the film is silent, so these characters not talking that much, which was a welcome change from what we get from normal romance films where they have to talk so much. And the dialogue is ramped up here, and it's not written that well. It's kind of messy, and it highlights the cheesiness of the film, but just not in a good way. Luckily, the film course corrects quickly, throwing us back into the chaos with intense chases, eerie discoveries, and more moments of Drasa and Levi being hot and in love while things explode around them. What really ties everything together is Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross's score. It's romantic, it's eerie and scary, and it really enhances the action and ties it all in a nice bow. They do a really great job once again on the score here. Ultimately, The Gorge is one of the best straight-to-streaming films that we've gotten in a very long time. Honestly, with a bigger budget to iron out the VFX that was a little wonky in places and the cinematography that was kind of dark and drab in certain places, this could have been a full theatrical event. As is though, it's still a really romantic, ambitious, and really action-packed sci-fi romance thrill. Does it feel familiar? Sure, but with the people behind the camera and in front of the camera, the movie feels confident and sure of itself and really carves its own space in this genre with its weirdly effective rom-com between Miles Teller and Anya Taylor-Joy and the weird sci-fi action. So I definitely think this is worth checking out on Apple TV Plus. It is streaming now, and I'm gonna give this movie a C+. Question of the day is, what's your favorite romance sci-fi film? Drop all those comments down below and let me know, and you can watch this video right here.